So what we do is we start on a chest press.
Okay.
You know, and so what we try to do is you pick a weight, and so and you do it so that way you only can get 15 to 20.
Okay.
So as you're doing just 15 to 20 reps.
15, 20 reps.
So that's one set.
Okay.
So then what we do is a combination. So that's called chest press. Everyone does that, or you can do it as a push-up.
Okay.
And so then what we do is we do flies. And again, this is all on the same day. So this works. This is exact muscles of the pectoralis muscles. This is exactly what they do. So it's crossover this way. So what that does is it builds up what's called the pectoralis muscle up in here. And then so we'll do again 15 to 20 reps.
Okay.
And so we're doing this all quickly. And,
yep.
and as we're doing it.
Is it one set intensity training? One set intensity? Maxing out intensity?
It's multiple. It's kind of our own development. It's multiple exercises all as one set. So
okay.
So now we're in a little bit different position. So we're doing the same thing across, same way. And again, you could do this with TheraBands. You could do it with. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You could do it with TheraBands.
So I could, what, do I put the TheraBand on a door jamb?
On a door jamb, yeah,
okay.
that's a good idea, and,
yeah.
and that's kind of what I tell it. And you could do it single arm, but it's easier to do double arm because it works the whole chest. And then as you go up, it's the same thing. It's again working the pectoralis, but there's different areas of the pectoralis that works that. So you do that a combination. You do it 5 sets of 20. So you think about that. That's 100 reps already. And as we do it, and then we finish. We do triceps with that next. So again, one day on Mondays we'll do chest and triceps, and the triceps.
And you're moving quickly in between sets to keep your cardio.
Right, and as I'm doing these, he's doing those, and we'll add in between. We'll do push-ups.
Okay.
Again, so there's no rest, and there's different things, so that way we could always keep a steady heart rate. So I'm just setting these up really quick.
And as you're talking, that just because you're seeing these pulley systems, if you don't have this at home, you can modify for you.
And I tell people you can't do it wrong.
Right.
You're exercising, you're moving, you're stable, and the next day you'll know what muscles you work because it'll be sore.
Okay.
So there's different ways to do this, and so what we do is, so there's 3 different muscles of the triceps, 3 different heads. So you want to work all 3. So, this one is stabilized. This is the one that locks the arm. Okay, so it's a little smaller, so you do the lockouts. And again, you do 15 to 20 reps, and you try to stay at about 70%, 50 to 70% of what your maximal weight is. Okay, so you want the whole tricep now. You work. It's kind of similar, but you go all the way down, and then you flare at the end. Okay, again, it works the whole head. And then we finish over here. Excuse us. Or are you doing these? And so what we do is we do push downs. So, and again, you're working the triceps, and with this you're doing 3 sets of 10. So that's one day.
Okay.
So that works the chest and the triceps.
Okay.
So the second day, the back and the biceps.
Okay.
It's just similar muscles, because as you're like doing a chest press, you're also working your triceps.
Okay.
And as you're doing the different lat work or the back work, you're also working your biceps. You might as well just keep the blood flow to that same area. So it allows for healing and recovery.
So, wow. So you're not working biceps, triceps same day?
You can. Again, you can't work out wrong.
Yes.
And some people only have time. They only have 2 days to work out. So you do it the whole body.
Right.
So we try to do 3 different exercises. So we do wide, and you're standing. So if you're standing, you can't do as much weight.
Yep.
Okay. So you're just pulling straight down.
And this is working.
This is working the back, the lats.
The lats.
Okay.
Okay.
So just like that, and so you're going to do again 20 repetitions, and then you're going to turn forward, and you're going to do them behind you. Again, working the lats.
Lats. Okay.
Different areas of the lats.
Okay.
Okay.
And this is taking me how long? This takes 30 minutes, 20 minutes?
25 to 30 minutes.
30 minutes. 3 days a week?
3 days a week.
Okay.
And we're breaking them up. The only day that we duplicate some of the exercises are on Friday. We'll show you what we do.
Okay.
So, and again, so we did the pull downs in front. We did the pull downs in back. You got to be careful with the pull downs in back though, because if you have a shoulder problem, it might be sore. These keep your arms straight, and again, using TheraBand, keeping your arms straight and just pulling straight down. And you don't have to use a lot of weight. Having the stomach muscles, the chest muscles, everything tightened, because you want to make sure you're always able to talk while you're working out, so that way you're breathing. So you don't have any kind of increased internal abdominal pressure that could cause problems, herniations.
Yeah.
So that's 3. And then we'll come over here, whatever weight that you could do about 20 times without causing any kind of problems. So you could just, so that would be day 2.
Okay.
So you're doing the back, and then we do the biceps. And again, there's 2 different heads to the biceps. So everyone knows how to do curls. So what Carrie and I do is we'll do close curls. So when I say close, our hands are together. And when you're doing them, the bicep actually doesn't just do this. The biceps actually is a supinator. So when you're doing biceps, to do them the right way, you want to turn and rotate as you do it. So if you're just doing it this way, it's called the brachioradialis. You're working and the brachialis. So you don't want to just work that. You want to work your biceps, and this works both. So you're rotating up at the same time. All right. So on each exercise. So this is a close grip. And what we like to do is to get the long head of the biceps, you bring it a little bit higher, you keep your arms at 90 degrees, and you just bring it towards you. Okay? And again, 3 sets of 15 to 20. And each time you just write down your weight, and then you'll see that little by little you'll be building up in strength. That's one of the side effects of working out is, again, there's all kinds of different exercises that you could do that will be able to increase strength of the biceps. So this one's going to be a wide grip. And so, and it's again doing the same exercise, but you're doing it at a wider grip, and so it puts more pressure on the internal part of the biceps. So again, 3 sets. So that's day 2.
And 3
now
sets is how many reps?
3 sets of 15 to 20 again.
20. Okay.
And we try to do that because we're not trying to bulk up. We're just trying to stay fit. We're trying to stay lean. You know, it makes you feel good.
And stay functional. And live longer, better. Live better. Longer.
Yeah, and the other thing, because I'm doing this quickly, you want to go to full extension and flexion.
Okay.
You know, you don't want to shorten up your exercises.
And all these can be modified with bands? With
bands, with water bottles, with anything you need to do. You know,
so the muscle you trained us on is what needs to be engaged, and however you
engage it
make it work.
Right, exactly. Okay. And again, it's very minimal. If you do just very minimal weight, again, you're going to feel it after your 20th rep.
Can I ask you this one question? If I were to do push-ups, the most comprehensive upper body workout, right? Engages more muscle groups than any other single exercise. And then squats, the most effective lower body, engaging more muscle groups than anything else exercise.
Right.
Push-ups and sit-ups. Push-ups, sit-ups, squats.
Right.
And maybe some balance exercise.
And you could do the squats on a Boso ball. You know, we do that.
Yeah.
You know, things like that. That's excellent.
If I just did that as a foundation every single day, you don't even need a gym. You don't need bands. Those are things I can do off my own strength.
Yes.
Am I halfway there? A third of the way there?
I would say 3/4. You know, 3/4 way.
3/4.
Because you're not bringing in a lot of the back.
Yeah.
You do get some of the back while you're doing the push-ups, but what I told you a while ago is everything in the front. These muscles are so much stronger than the muscles in the back, and nobody really works them out. So simple thing that you could do that we didn't see with, if you don't have a rowing machine, is you put a weight in your hand and you kind of bend over and you kind of do, we call them lawnmowers. And so that works the back part of the shoulder and your upper back.